Hi, this is Sergeant Beast Larson. I'm going to talk very briefly the top 5 reasons why inmates attack officers. But first, if you support Blue, back the Blue, you support law enforcement, hit the subscribe button. Help this channel grow, help Team Beast to grow. We need to get over 1,000, get to 5,000 by the end of the year. Hit that subscribe button for me. Help us out. Why do inmates attack officers? Number one, it's a diversion. And I've seen this happen several times. And the attack usually isn't violent, with weapons, with shanks, more of a fist fight. 2 inmates start to fight, they make a big deal. The other inmates kind of run around, kind of like a staged fighting event in a dormant area. And how we handle that, and the reason is all officers run there at the same time. Code gets called, everybody shows up. That can leave all the other dorms, the other 800 to 1,000, 2,000 inmates unsupervised. That gives them the perfect opportunity to pass things, slide things under the door, to fish things to other people, drugs, important information, letters and notes that give key gang, hey, there's a hit, there's this, we're about to go to war kind of stuff. So how we handle that, we respond, we get there. As soon as you can safely get that secure, break off as many people as you can, have them run and get right back to their dorms. Get right back to it. You also, whoever monitors the cameras, your control operators, tell them every time there's a code called, you need to be extra vigilant. Don't just watch the fight yourself. Watch everything that's not where the fight is. Diversion. Number 2, holding a grudge or something personal. There's a lot of mental health issues inside prison detention centers. If an inmate, if a detainee gets told no once on something very important to them, they may hold a grudge. They take that personal and they'll wait and they'll wait. And they'll fester like a wound. It'll boil. One day they'll snap. That breaking point, they're going to attack. Probably be that officer that told them no. It's going to be at a later date. So keep that in mind, officers. When the inmate, the detainee is so set on something and you have to tell them no because of policy, don't just do it because you're taking a shortcut. Just remember, keep that in the back of your mind. One day they might snap. Number 3, catching out is a phrase that we used. They're trying to get moved. It's a fake fight again. It's not a diversion. It's just they need to get out of that building and get to isolation. Why? They might be suitcasing, which means they've got something hidden inside their body rectally that they need to pass somewhere else. Maybe there's some drugs, there's information, a note. Something has to get from this dorm to that dorm. And they're master manipulators of how to get moved. When they don't get their way and they don't get it right now, get into a fight, get moved to isolation. They've got orderlies down there, and either them or the orderly can get it moved where they want it to. So catching out. Number 4, a gang initiation or to prove themselves. I've got a close buddy, got stabbed 2 years ago at Hays State Prison, and the inmate that's told him, that stabbed him, he was told to get into the gang, you need to stab the officer. Just like that. Go stab the officer with a shank, you get into the gang. So gang initiation, proving themselves, or moving up in rank to go from soldier status, to move up. The sergeant of arms, to be a lieutenant in the gang. They fight, they stab, they're violent for that reason. And lastly, number 5, and this is the delicate, not to offend anybody, we try to have great appearance. I talk about officer presence in my videos, having a good appearance, being fair, firm, and consistent. But number 5 is when the correction officer is trying to be a super cop, be RoboCop. And I don't mean being fair and consistent. I don't mean the one that writes up what needs to get wrote up, but running around, writing up 100 every single day, 100, 150, 200 violations, nitpicking everything, having the attitude that I'm better than you are because you're here and I'm not. Be careful of the attitudes that you display. Communication skills will help to not be that super cop that I'm explaining. If you're hard, you're always in their face. I mean in their face, not being consistent in the inmate's face. You get up and you're trash talking, you're trying to push the envelope with them all the time, they're going to attack you. So think about this. Community, listen good, talk good, tell them I'll check on stuff. When you tell them you're going to find something out and you write it down on a notepad, find it out, come back and give them the word. They will respond to you so much better if you stand up for what you told them. I will find out if you're supposed to be, if your classes are this. Just find that out, make a phone call, come back. Call medical, come back, give them an answer. They might not like the answer, but at least you did. You called and you came back. Doing that will take you away from that super cop, RoboCop kind of mindset. And we all know what that is, and we've all been there and done that. And there's a time you've got to be hard and firm. There's a time to be loud, but you can't be that way 100% of the time to 100% of the inmates. Top 5 reasons why officers get attacked. Diversion, holding a grudge, catching out, gang initiation, moving up, and then lastly, that super cop mentality. So I hope you like this. The purpose of my channel, of my teaching, is to keep everybody in uniform safe. Also, to improve the mentality, the thinking, the awareness, the safety of our civilians, because times have changed. It's a violent world. We want everybody to be safe. So don't forget, hit the subscribe button, share this with friends and family. Let's build this channel, let's grow. And I ask that of you, and I say this, there are folks in social media that have been in prison 5, 10, 15 years, and they have channels, and they get on and they trash talk to officers, talk bad about the wardens of prison. But because they're covered in tattoos, I'm not covered in tattoos, I worked there. But because they were the inmate, they were covered in tattoos, they're killers, they're bank robbers, they're drug dealers, and they take pride in all this. Why are they more popular being illegal and having illegitimate activities than the folks like me, the folks like Anthony and Russ that have the Tear Talk channel? We should be the top, not the criminals. So let's take steps to ensure that we're growing and not the criminal side of social media. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.